guys, I'm Smokewadgaming and welcome to Dragon Age Origins. This is one of my favorite games ever, actually. I love this game to death when I first got it. I believe it came out in late 2009/early 2010. It was an outstanding game with outstanding story and music. It is a very long game at times. It takes around 40 hours for me to beat the campaign on the Nightmare difficulty. And I do dialogue because it's Nightmare difficulty. I think I'll do the first part as a sort of teaser type deal, and just show you about the game, what it's like and whatnot. And then I'll actually play a bit if you guys want me to. Like I think if I get a certain amount of likes, or if you guys actually ask for it, I'll continue along the game. Because I really enjoy this game, but I want you guys to enjoy it too. I want you to have fun watching me play this game. So let us just make a new game here, and the version I have via Steam was the Ultimate version. They came with all download content and the expansion Awakening. I've never actually played Awakening, even though I've played the hell out of Origins. I've never gotten around to playing Awakening, and I only just got Awakening like a year ago when I got the Ultimate Edition. They sold for $4 on Steam, and considering how much I love this game, I couldn't pass that up. Because I used to play on Xbox and not PC. If I can, I'm going to try to get some of the mods working eventually. I've never quite figured out how to work mods on Steam, and that's just me being me. I know you can do it rather easily. It's just, I have trouble with that kind of stuff. So if you guys actually have an easy way to learn how to do it, I would appreciate you telling me. Because I would very much like to work some of the mods in this game, particularly the texture mods. Oh, and I'm sorry if the volume is somewhat weird at first.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
essentially corrupted mortal races that became monsters. Now, the background you select will determine which of the 6 distinct opening stories you'll play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. I will play a male. I love this song, by the way. I love this game. I have so much fun with it, but like I said, I gotta get giddy when I play it. It's like Mass Effect and a couple other games where I just have so much fun and so many good memories that I kind of get giddy when I play it. But it's just a teaser unless you guys actually want it. I can play 3 different races. I have the dwarf, which could be a noble or a commoner. The elf, which could be a city elf or the Dalish elf. And the human, which is limited to human noble, unfortunately. A dwarf cannot be a mage. Dwarves are not allowed to be mages. Their species cannot be mages. Rigidly bound by caste and tradition, the dwarves have been waging a losing war for generations, trying to protect the last stronghold of their once vast underground empire from the Darkspawn. Dwarves are very tough and have a high resistance to all forms of magic, thus preventing them from becoming mages. Ritual benefits: +1 strength, +1 dexterity, +2 constitution, 10% chance to resist hostile magic. Now, the elf. Once enslaved by humans, most elves have all but lost their culture, scrounging as impoverished living in the slums of human cities. Only the nomadic Dalish tribes still cling to their old traditions, living by the bow and the rule of their old gods as they roam this ancient forest, welcome nowhere else. Elves can be warriors, rogues, or mages, so all of them. Rich benefits: +2 willpower, +2 magic. They'll make a better mages. And I played elves. Usually I go with the city elf, and for some reason when I do that, I tend to go with the girl. I don't know. I played every, I think I played every opening except for Dwarf Commoner over the course of me playing this game. And I've never actually made a mage. I just never had a desire to be a mage. Maybe at some point in the future I'll make one, because I know they're strong, and I've seen them work, but, yeah. The most numerous, yet the most divided of all the races. Only 4 times have we ever united under a single cause, the last being centuries ago. Religion and the chantry play a large part in human society. It distinguishes them culturally from elves and dwarves more than anything else. They can be warriors, rogues, or mages. +1 strength, +1 dexterity, +1 magic, +1 cunning. I think I'm gonna be... I think for the teaser, I'll be a human rogue. Just for the teaser. Yeah, if I decide if you want me to continue with the rogue or make a new character, please let me know when I actually post this video. I won't record any more until I've gotten your opinion on it. So, that's his stuff. That's who he's going to be. Born to wealth and power, second only to royalty, you find training of both diplomacy and battle put to the test as your brother leads the bulk of your family's forces to war in the south. Alright?
Greetings.
So let's give him a good look. His preset name is Aiden. I will change that. Actually, no, I'm going to leave it as Aiden. Skin complexion. Let's get rid of that stubble. I've never been very good at these, for whatever reason. Get rid of that stubble. I don't know why, I've never been very good at these. His cheeks and like his jaw, look at that. He looks all weird and whatnot. Let's see, is the chin to be deeper? No, maybe she needs to be wider. Chin a little wider, maybe. Make his jaw a little wider. Look at his cheeks. Or his cheeks, they look like they're very shallow cheeks. Looks rather thin, to be honest, and kind of sad looking. This is a sad looking guy. Looks a little bit better so far. Let me see if she's wider. No, that looks kind of... There, that's decent. That... Yeah, it's not too bad looking. This kind of big ass nose. Got an English nose going. It's not bad. Alright, we'll go with that for now. And now let's look at his nose. Let's see. I like the way the nose looks. I just think it should be a little smaller. Nose depth. It should be deep, but it should be depth. Small nose. Rich depth. Tip width. It's not a bad looking nose. Now let's change his eyes. I like the way they look. I just want to change the color. I'll change them to my eye color. If I can. If you notice, as I'm changing him, his face actually changes down there. That's decent. I'll use that. Now let's change his hair. I don't like that hairstyle. Bald, no. No. So no to everything. Let's do something short. It's not bad for a rogue. Okay. It's fine. Because portrait, expression. I love this expression. Look at that crap. Look at that right there. I mean, look at that. No, let's give him like a... I hate you. Let's give him a nice smile. Or smirk. Yeah, that fits a rogue. He's smirk. Give him a nice smirk right there. I like it. We'll change the background. Give it a nice blue. And we'll change it so he's looking to the right. Oh, close up. No, it's good. Let's see.
I have lost concentration.
He doesn't talk very often because it's not actually a voice game, but he does talk occasionally.
I must try another tactic. Excuse me. Till we meet again.
How do you do?
Oops, where's my head? New weapon. Scoot!
Off I go.
Conky kind of works for a rogue.
Greetings. Well, that didn't work.
It's more for a warrior.
Greetings. Blasted! I've lost the spell! It is unharmed.
That does not really work for a rogue.
Charmed, I'm sure. I lost the spell. It's not working! Move aside, please. Farewell.
Greetings.
Ah, my spell! This isn't working! Need something else!
How do you do?
Let's go Conky. And as for a rogue, the most important abilities for a rogue are dexterity and cunning, with strength being somewhat important as well. Strength, now you need strength for the best armor. I think like a 22 is for the best armor for you. And I'm actually going to make a dexterity rogue and not a cunning rogue. So I'll increase this just a little for abilities I'll need later. And I'll increase my strength by 1 and put the rest in dexterity. But, in my opinion, the dexterity rogue will be the best on the difficulty I'm going to choose to play it on, which if it hasn't been set already, I'll eventually set it to Nightmare. Because if a rogue takes damage on Nightmare, he's out. He just can't survive it. So I'll show you these. This isn't coercion. That allows you to, use persuasion on people and successfully do that. This is stealing. It's never been that big of a deal for me. I eventually found enough money, especially if you do download content, you get items you can sell for like a whole lot of money. It's kind of cheesing, but at the same time, it's there, so why don't you? This is useful. It allows you to get better, higher end weapon training. For instance, I'll get better two-handed weapons. The rogue I choose to make is always a dual-wielding rogue. Archers are a lot of fun, and a rogue can be a very good archer, as can a warrior. However, it's something that is very unknown. When they developed the game, they actually programmed a critical flaw into the archer code, where their abilities get weaker over time due to an increase in only a certain amount, because the enemies actually scale with you, and all your abilities will increase in damage by a certain fraction over time. But the archer one would increase. There's sort of flaw on the map, so instead of increasing by like the 2% is supposed to increase, it increased by like 0.4, which meant that by the time you got to like level 25, your skills were doing like 50% less damage than they were supposed to be doing. So it was a major critical flaw there. I will take Coercion as my first skill, and as for my talents, Lethality is a very useful ability, but it's more for a Cunning Rogue than a Dexterity Rogue, which I'll be making. Obviously, I want to get Coup de Grace, because that allows you to get automatic backstabs. But more than that, there's one of them. Below the Belt is also very useful. Dirty Fighting below the Belt. Which one was it? There was one of them that gives you like an automatic backstab to anybody if you were like from on the side. Something like that. That's pretty useful there. You know, it gives you the 1 in 5 chance of evading physical attacks. Let's see. And backstab is where the damage comes from. This one, combat movement, is very useful. Dual wielding is also useful as you become, you know, more damage with that kind of stuff. I start with Dirty Fighting. I don't have a high level for combat movement yet. I think I'll put my first points into dual weapon training and put my second points into... because eventually I want momentum until I get haste through a mage. So... let us put our other point... stealth is optional. I want momentum. Because that allows me to attack double the speed, which is stab, 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 stab. Very useful. So I'll do that, and I'll keep it on Nightmare.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pup, I didn't see you there. How? You remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Got a bold chin there, don't you, Aiden? And you, Arlhound?
My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring her next time.
I'd like that. Be polite.
Good. She's talked about you ever since she saw you at a fair in Denerim. I think you have an admirer, young man.
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Let's see, I can't go on about viewing Fergus. Is that really necessary? Let's go with... I want to go to fight. Why wouldn't you let me fight?
I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going.
I want to fight. I'll kill you.
You'll have your chance soon enough. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Pusland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
They defeated the Darkspawn long ago. An order of great warriors. He said they were smaller, no longer important. Let's go, they defeated the Darkspawn.
Not permanently, I fear.
Without their warning of the Darkspawn rising now, half the nation could have been overrun before we'd had a chance to react. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my sons we're talking about.
Oh, I like the idea. Go out there.
I have not so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Of course.
In the meantime, find Fergus, and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Where is Fergus?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt. Spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Okay. And I will show you my inventory. Press I. I have 3 potions that I'll put in my hotbar right here. I have Blood Dragon Plate Armor, which is useful. It's not the greatest armor in the world, but you can sell it. These are very good for a mage. That's a very good two-hander, and that is a very good bow. Rapid aim is very useful, but again, archers have a critical flaw. They're not that great on Nightmare. Those are all DLC weapons, and I can't even use them for a very long time. It's not like you just instantly use them. But at the same time, they're extremely good weapons. And I have 0 copper, so I have no money. And I currently have item set bonus, which means that all my items are the same set. I'm currently using rough leather, which is not very great, but whatever. I will stop this recording here. I'm going to save it. Let me save. And if you want me to continue this from here, because I'm sorry I didn't get into any fights with anybody, but if you want me to continue this, maybe another teaser or a full playthrough, please let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I really enjoy this game, but I want you guys to have fun with it as well. And I don't want to do anything that you guys just dismiss and think is awful. I'm doing this to entertain. I want to make you guys smile and be happy. It's a big deal for me. And I cannot ramble about it, but it is something that I have a great, not responsibility, but desire to do. I want to make you guys laugh and be happy. And if you guys like this game, and want to see more of it, that's fantastic. If not, that's fine. Just tell me. I don't want to do something that you guys don't want, and at the same time, I don't want to bail out of this if you do want it. So, we'll see, alright? So, as always, take it easy.